Hey, what's up everybody, this is Syed Musa Kaleem, and in this video I'm gonna create a simple MVC application, ASP.NET Core MVC application. So let's get started. In Visual Studio 2015 I'm gonna create a new project, and in the template I'm gonna select ASP.NET Core web application. As you can see, in template we have three different options. It runs on full .NET framework, and it runs on complete .NET Core framework, and it runs on .NET framework as well. So I'm gonna select this ASP.NET Core web application on .NET framework. Let's give the application name as demo app and hit enter. So this is the authentication part. I'm gonna select web application, and as you can see here, change authentication. I have selected no authentication, so I'm gonna click OK. I'm gonna cancel this app services. So it is creating our new project, demo app project. So if you want to know more about the MVC, see my previous video. In my previous video I have shown you how you can get started with ASP.NET Core MVC app. So this is the part 2 for that video. This is the template, welcome template to ASP.NET Core. In the Solution Explorer we have different folders. You can see here it is restoring packages. These packages are restoring in the project.json folder. I'll show you later what is project.json, and let's see what kind of folders are present in this solution folder. We can see here www root. In www root we have different folders for CSS, for images, for JavaScript, and one is for library. In library we have different libraries like Bootstrap, jQuery and all. So this is the controller folder, and this is for the view folder. We can add views, different views in this view folder, and in controller we can add different controllers. So our model folder is missing here because we are doing on MVC platform. So model folder is missing here. Let's add the model folder in this application. So I'm gonna click this demo app and add a new folder called models. Add, where is our add option here? Our new folder, models. Click OK. Under model folder I'm gonna create a new model for this demo application. I'm gonna select a class. As you know, model represents our application data, so this is usually a class. I'm gonna create some properties under this class, like name. It is usually a string type, string data type, name. I'm gonna create another property called age. For age we can take integer age, and I'm gonna create another property called email ID. So this is our model. Let's create our action in the controller. This model represents our application data. So I'll show you what is controller. And the controller folder we have one controller for home. This controller is for this view folder, home view folder. Under views you can see here home folder, and under this home folder we have three different views, and the extension of that three views are .cshtml because it's a razor file. you can see we have 3 different view folders in under home. So for these 3 views we have created this home controller. Under home controller you can see first action is for index. It's a default one. When we run our application, our home controller will call, and under that our index action method will get called. So you can see in the home folder, this is our index page and this is our about page, as you can see here, and this is our contact page, and last one is for error. So I'm gonna create a new view under this home view folder. I'm gonna give that name as MVC view page. I'm gonna select MVC view page. You can see our extension is coming .cs HTML. It's a Razor file. You can merge code and markup together. I'm gonna give details because this is pretty important. It's a naming convention. We have given this model name as details, so we are giving exactly the name which matches to our model. And in under controller, home controller, I'm gonna create another action method. So this is our action method. Our action method should matches our model name and the view name too. I'm gonna return a view. It's return type. You can see action result. I have given the same name as our model and the view, and in this view I'm gonna access this model using demo app dot models dot details. So I'm gonna give the title of this web page as demo page. Okay, you can see here, you might be wondering about this view back. It's a dynamic property. You can see when we hover on that view back property, it's a dynamic property. It contains some dynamic stuff. So it is giving me error because I haven't typed this model. Now we can access the details model on our view. So let's create a table. Under this table I'm gonna create a table row, and under this I'm gonna create a table head, and I'm gonna give first table head as table name, and second will be for age, and last one will be for email ID. So this is the first row of our table. Now let's create the second row for the table. @model dot. You can see here when we are accessing that model, this details model, using @ symbol. Now we are in the markup section. Now we are in the markup state, Razor state. Under this Razor state we can access all the dynamic stuff from the server side. So from this @model I'm gonna access this name first because we are showing the name first. Then after that I'm gonna access the age of the user, this age. @symbol represents the Razor part. Now we are in the Razor part. It's not the markup. Under markup we can use Razor. it's a cool feature of ASP.NET Core MVC. Our age is okay, let's do it for email address, and I'm gonna take this entire table under the diff container. Diff class is a container. You can see in the IntelliSense we are getting options here. You can see it's a bootstrap class, container and container fluid. These both are bootstrap classes. So I'm gonna access this. Under this container, I'm gonna create a row, and I'm gonna give the class name as our row. Under this row, I'm gonna give another diff for the column. You can see here these are some columns. I'm gonna give 12. In each row we have 12 different columns. I'll show you later, and I'll give you the brief introduction on Bootstrap 3 in the upcoming videos. So this is our view part. Let's go to the controller part and access our view. You can see here our detail model is not showing. The type or namespace name details could not be found. Are you missing a using directive or an assembly reference? So because we have not included the namespace, using namespace for this model class, so let's hit control and dot, and it will show you that. You can see here using demo app dot models, that model is present under this name, so click OK. The using statement has been added on the top of our class. You can see here using demo app dot models. So let's go and give a name. I'm gonna give names as name equals to John, and the age will be 20, and email ID should be john@gmail.com. So I'm gonna return this detail variable, detail object to the view, and we are assigning these values in the controller part, and we can access them on our view. So let's save this application and run that application, and let's see how it will show on the screen. Remember this part, under the home controller we have given the details as our action method. So this is important while giving the URL part, because on running the application it will defaultly redirect to the home controller index action method. So we have to specify to which action method we have to specify while running. So it is running on localhost 64116. So this is one basic application, demo application for the MVC. In my previous video I have already described about the ASP.NET Core MVC, and I have given a brief introduction on that. If you have not seen, then go through with that. I'm gonna give home. I'm giving only home. You can see here I'm not giving my controller name as home controller, because it's a naming convention. You have to give only home, not this controller word in your home controller. Only give your home part, and I'll give my action name as details, click you can see here our name, age and email ID is showing. Name is John, age is 20 and email ID is john@gmail.com. so you can see here on our view we have accessed that model properties exactly as we have created in our model. So this is all about the demo application for ASP.NET Core MVC developers, and this is all for the beginners, and I would highly recommend you to go through with my previous videos if you want to learn more. And thanks for watching this video. Drop your feedback in the comment section below. Don't forget to subscribe my channel. Thanks for watching this video.